kind of government or governance, they are
This call
very
is now being recorded.
okay, they are very successful in the governance and the overall welfare of the nation. So let's talk about first the democracy. Okay. So I know that the few definitions are already cleared with you, but I'll just take a quick review on the definitions of the democracy. And girls, if you have any query, you can ask me at any time. I'll stop and you can ask your query. Please unmute yourself and ask the query. So, democracy is not merely a form of government, but it is also a form of the state as well as the society. Now, it is closely associated with the participation, competition, and the civil and the political liberties. As we all enjoy these civil and political liberties, it is the order of the society. So, democracy is a way of life, a way of how we are living in a nation. So, it is affect our every aspect of our life. Democracy is defined as a form of the government in which the supreme power is vested with the people. Because we do vote after every 5 hours, we have a right to select our candidate and he will represent us in the House of People and he will solve our problem. So, right from the panchayat to the local, to the state government, to the national government, central government, we have a right to choose our right candidate. It is the exercised by them directly or indirectly through the system of the representation, usually involving the periodical free election. You all know that after 5 years we have an election, and you might be all are above 18 or might be running 18 years old all of you. So you might be you have experience. How many of you have given the vote? लास्ट इलेक्शन मला वाटतं नसेल, तुमचं वय तेव्हा लहान असेल, तुम्ही जस्ट आता 18 पूर्ण झालेले असाल. सो नेक्स्ट टाइम वेन एवर इलेक्शन विल बी देअर, you will surely going to vote for your right candidate who is going to represent you in the state or the central government or the local government. Now, democracy, it refers to the political system in which the government is formed by the people, for the people. That very, very famous definition we all know. So it is exercised either directly or through the elected representatives. So if we talk about the main points of the democracy, people elected government. So this we all know that whatever government is there, we elect our government. There is a freedom of the speech. Yes, we do have a freedom of speech. But as we have a freedom of speech, we should take care of all the time that we should not hurt anyone, any nation, any caste, any creed, any kind of group of people. Whatever we have said, it should not hurt to anyone, whether it is religiously, whether it is in any other way. Okay, so that we should be responsible while saying something. There is no one party government in the no one party government in the country. So many political parties are there. You all know that. I'm not going to take any names of any political party, but different parties are there. Various group of people attached to their that party, they do have a belief on that party, so they vote for them. Now, right to give the vote to elect their representative. So we all have a right. The need is that only we should be a citizen of India, and we have completed our 18 years of age. So we get the right to vote. Now, the common people considered as the prime source of the political power. Yes, because a common person has a right to vote. Now, the principle of the social equality and respect for the individual within a community. So, we are from any caste, any religion, we do have all equal right. Okay, and we give the respect to every person in the country. So we are not discriminated by way of any religion, race, color, nothing. Okay, so we all are on the equal footage. So this right all the given by the Constitution of India. In the last few lectures, we have discussed about the Constitution, and in the civics, Agrik Shastra मध्ये सुद्धा at our school days, we have learned so many concepts related with the Constitution and the democracy. Now it defines as the government by the people in which the supreme power is vested in the people, exercised directly by them or their elected agents under the free electoral system. So we are crores in number. So we at a time we cannot run any government. So what we do, we give the vote to our representative, And if by majority, if that person wins in the election, he will represent that area in the Lok Sabha, Rajya Sabha, Vidhan Sabha, and Vidhan Parishad. At the state level we have Vidhan Sabha and Vidhan Parishad, and at the central we have a Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha. So these people are representing us, and they are representing our problems. Many of them, they can be ministers, so under the authority of the ministry they can do some beneficial work for the the people to whom they represent. And not only to represent the people who are representing them, but the overall for the nation, for the state, they do act in such a way that it is beneficial for their ministry, and it is beneficial for the people. जसं की many politicians are there, many well known ministers are there. They did such a work that they are well known for their work, की त्यांनी आतापर्यंत जे काम केलंय त्या कामासाठी ते ओळखले जातात. Now, Abraham Lincoln, he has given the very famous definition that we all know from our school days. We are learning this definition. So, democracy is a government of the people, by the people, and for the people. सो लोकांचं राज्य, लोकांनी उभं केलेलं, लोकांच्यासाठी चालवलेलं असं हे जे लोकशाही आहे, राज्य आहे, ते आपण पूर्णपणे लोकांनी लोकांच्यासाठी केलेलं असतं. सो दिस इज व्हेरी फेमस डेफिनेशन वी ऑल नो अबाउट द डेमोक्रेसी. Now, there is no clear-cut universal definition of democracy actually, but it is well accepted definition. The most definitions of the democracy focuses on the qualities, procedure, and the institutions. So let's talk about briefly again about the democracy. So in the democracy, it means the rule by the people. So you all know that. Now, democracy is a system where people can change their rulers in a peaceful manner, and the government is given the right to rule because the people say it may. So, after 5 years, if you are not satisfied with the government or the governance, you will not give the vote to that political party. So, they will not win the election. So, it is the right of the people that they can select their government. Now, government by the people, especially rule of the majority. So we all give the vote. Maybe we give the vote to the different political parties, but a majority wins. So rule of majority is always there. Government in which the supreme power is vested in the people and exercised by them directly or indirectly through a system of representation, usually involving the periodically of free elections. So all we know that there is no any pressure, no any kind of burden on us regarding the giving the vote to any person. So we are free to give the vote to any person. Now, a political unit that has a democratic government. So, in that way, we can get the democratic government with the free elections. There is no any pressure, burden on the voters for the selecting their candidate. Now, the term democracy comes from the Greek word. Now, that Greek word is the demokratia, now, which means again the rule of people. So, definition this word itself says that there is a rule of the people. Initially, you all know that there were the rule of king and queens in the past. But nowadays, after the independence, India has adopted the democratic system, and we have from the British colonial system after the independence in 1947, we all have the rule of people. Now it was coined from the two words, this democratic word, demo means the peoples, and kratos, which refers to the power. So that is the democracy, the power rests with the people. It means that. Now, few definitions given by the different authors regarding the democracy. So MacLever, he has given the definition. Democracy is a form of state, is merely a mode of appointing, controlling, and dismissing a government. So, through the democracy, you can appoint, you can control the government, and even you can dismiss the government by not giving vote to them. Okay. Now, second one is the Gattel. He has given the definition of the democracy. It is a form of the government in which the masses of the population possess the right to share in the exercise of the sovereign power. Sovereign power means what? In India, we, the people who rule the nation, no one foreign country, no one any person from the foreign has a right to interfere in our matters. So this is called a sovereignty. भारत हा सार्वभौम देश आहे. Okay. Now, next definition is given by the Bresci. It says that democracy really means nothing more or less than the rule of the whole people. So, it is just a rule of people. It is expressing their sovereign will by their votes. So, how can we select our government, or how can we have we can use this power just by voting the right candidate? So, these are the few definitions. Girls, are you getting what I'm telling to you? Do you have any query? Please someone unmute yourself. I want to know that my voice is audible, the slide is visible. If my BBA students are there,
Yes, ma'am.
okay. Am I
Yes, ma'am, your voice is audible.
okay? So please listen carefully, and if you have any query, please let's this lecture should be two-way communication. Okay. If you have any query, you can please stop me anywhere, and I'll answer to that. Or if you want to say something about this, please say something. Okay. Now, next is the principles of the democracy. So, constitution. You have already last lecture you have discussed about the amendments to the constitution. The free elections are there. Yes, always in India there is the free elections. Government by the consent of the people. Majority rule. So, आपण लहानपणी पण तुम्ही हा गेम वगैरे खेळत असाल, जास्तीची मेजॉरिटी वगैरे असे खेळ आपण खेळायचो. याचा अर्थ काय होतो? The person who is having majority, he will win. So rule of law is there, guarantees the rights and the freedom. So we, as we have some rights, we have freedom. In that way we have some fundamental duties as well. So in constitution you have already learned what are the fundamental duties, what are the and fundamental rights. So जसे rights आहेत तसे आपले duties पण आहेत. Now the change the government through the voting, you have a right to change the government. Then it is, we all are living in an open society. We are not with the control of anyone. Yes, we have a control of law, rules and regulation and our own government, but we are not abide by any foreign interference. Political equality is there, freedom to live or travel anywhere in the country. So, political equality means what? You have a right to give the vote to any political party. You can also have a right to, to stand for the election. You have a right or you have a freedom to travel anywhere in the country. And you can have a business or a job in anywhere part of the India. Importance of the public opinion is there in India, because after 5 years, at the time of election, there is the opinion of the people only, which is going to prevail and which is going to vote the political parties. Participation of the people in the decision making process is there. Role of the opposition party, it is they should play a very strong role, because opposition party is such a party which is controlling to the ruling party. If there is any lacuna, if there is any some points are there where the opposition feels that yes, these points are wrong, so they should raise their voice. So strong opposition party is very important for the democracy. Next point is why we prefer the democracy. So it leads to the country to the development. एकाधिकारशाही किंवा only one person ruling the whole country, it is not at all good for the in the today's developing era. We should have the group of people, we should have the such a government which represent the whole nation. So democracy is the key factor for the overall development of the nation. Element of the decentralization is possible because of the democracy. So there should not be centralization of the power. It should be decentralized. You all know that in India, in the various state, different governments are there. So this decentralization also helps for the powerful democracy. Now to rise the political institutions, yes, there is a different political parties are there. अगदी नवीन नवीन पार्टीजही तयार होत असतात. लोकांचा त्याच्यावर विश्वास असेल तर त्या जिंकूनही येतात. The right to commerce. We all have a right to commerce anywhere in India. आता जसं रिसेंटली काश्मीर, there is a abrogation of the Article 370 in the Kashmir. तो काश्मीरमध्ये सुद्धा जाऊन आज तुम्ही कुठलाही व्यवसाय करू शकता, जॉब करू शकता. एक विशेष अधिकार जे काश्मीरला अंडर द आर्टिकल 370 मिळाले होते. नाउ दे आर abrogated, and you can purchase the land, you can purchase the home in Kashmir, and even you can do the business in the Kashmir. Now there is a spread of education. That's why we prefer the democracy. So education is the basic need. When you have a smooth government functioning in the country, then you can focus on these things, education, to remove the illiteracy from the nation. Free media. You all know that media is the fourth pillar of our democracy. Legislature, executive, judiciary, these are the three basic pillars of our democracy. And the media, free media, is the fourth pillar of our democracy. Then independence of the judiciary, Supreme Court, High Court, and local, courts are there at the district level. So these are the free from any burden from the government, and they are practicing freely, and they are giving the justice to the citizens of the country and various matters relating with the state and the central government. So free judiciary is also very important for the democracy. Now, different conditions are necessary for the successful working of the democracy. Now, which are they? Let's talk about. So, system can be termed as a genuine and a comprehensive democracy only when it fulfills both the political and the socio-economical aspects of the people, a participation and a satisfaction. So there may be the two major categories we can say. The first is the political condition, and second one is the social and economical condition. The fulfillment of the first leads to the political democracy, and second as a societal democracy. So let's talk about detail about the political condition. Now, it is very essential that for a system to be a democratic, we must adopt constitution and a law that vest the supreme power in the people. So, supreme power is in the hands of the people only. We have a constitution and it is very strong. All the provisions, articles of our constitution making our democracy more and more strong. I think in your school days, you have gone through with the different articles of the constitution. Now, the human rights and the fundamental rights, all we have, you all know that, such as the equality is there, liberty of thoughts is there, liberty of the expression. So, we all are equal. We all have a right to whatever we are thinking, whatever we are expressing. So, we have a liberty to express ourselves. But just I told you, while expressing yourself, you should not hurt the any other community, any other group of people. Which should it should affect their emotions. It should affect their some beliefs. Okay, so with very you can openly express yourself, but you should not express on the wrong matters or in a wrong way. Okay, then next point is the belief is there. We different have different beliefs. We are from the different religion, different race, different caste, but still we are together as a nation. Communication is there. We have a right to communication and association. We can form the trade unions, we can form any different types of unions, we can come together. So these are our basic rights and they are protected by our constitution. Now, the democratic system has to have the universal adult franchise. Now, what is the universal adult franchise? It means that we, after completion of our 18 years of age, we can vote for any election in the India. So, electing our representative at the various levels of the government. Now, there has to be a responsible government in which the executive is answerable to the legislatures. So, different executives are there, ministers are there, government officials are there. They are answerable to the legislature. They are abide by the law. They are abide by rules and regulation. Even not only they, we all are abide by the rules and regulation. अगदी छोट्यात छोटी गोष्ट आपण रस्त्याने जातो, आपण रस्त्याने गाडी चालवत असताना वी आर अबाइड बाय द rules and regulations of the traffic. We should stop when the red signal is there. So these are the basic rules and regulation that every citizen of India, we are abide by that, and it is for the welfare of all of us. Whereas the if someone is not following the rules and regulation, that person is make himself in a dangerous situation, and with that others are also affected by that. So everyone in the country is abide by the rules of law and regulations. Now, judiciary to remain independent. Our judiciary is always independent. They are not under control of anyone. Even Supreme Court, High Court, they have a right to give the guidelines to the state, central government, or the state government. So, independence of the judiciary is very important for the democracy. Now, political institutions like political parties and interest and the pressure groups are there, association, various non-government organizations are there. But be the functional for the expressing the popular needs, demands, and the grievances. So many NGOs are there, political parties are there. They are expressing the needs of the society. They are expressing the needs of the people, their grievances, if they have face any problem. So they raise their voice in the House of People. Okay. Now, a democratic system is strengthened if it maintains the enlightened public opinion in its various forms through the free press and other communication process. You all know that दिवसभर आपण टीव्हीवर मीडिया बातम्या बघत असतो. How strong our media is. We all know that. So because media is the fourth pillar of the democracy. So if you want to maintain the balance of democracy, fourth pillar and very important pillar is the media. So free media, free, right to information we all have. You all know that. But the media should be very responsible while giving any information to the public. Whatever news they are spreading as a breaking news and whatever it may be. So they should be very responsible before telecasting any kind of news or before printing any news. They should verify it wisely that whatever they are giving the news, it should be correct. Okay. So next one is the social and economic conditions. Now, a democratic system has to ensure that the social development is in the tune with the democratic values and the norms reflecting the equality of the social status and opportunities for the development. So we should get the equal rights with the inner society to develop ourselves. We should get the equal opportunities for the development. So, social security, social welfare must be there in the nation. Citizen must avail the opportunity of universal and a compulsory education. So, we all should have a right to education. Many, remote areas, the education, government provides the education at free of cost. Why they do this? Because no one should, the child, person should remain uneducated. The basic literacy should be achieved in the nation. They must also be enabled to utilize the means of economic development because all we are the part of India. We should develop together. We should not few people only getting developed and remaining are under the poverty line, below the poverty line. They are below, their basic income is very low. So we should avoid all those things and economical development. Everyone should get benefited out of the economic development. So we must reach all, especially to the poor and the deprived section of the society. So आपण असं नेहमी म्हणतो की गरीब अजून गरीब होत चाललाय आणि श्रीमंत अजून श्रीमंत होत जातोय. So there is a very major gap between the rich and the poor person in the country. तुम्ही रस्त्याने येताना जाताना स्लम एरिया बघत असाल. हाऊ पीपल आर लिव्हिंग. अगदी रस्त्यावर ते पाईप असतात त्याच्या आतमध्ये सिमेंटच्या मोठ्या गोल पाईपच्या आतमध्ये लोक राहतात. पुलाच्या खाली ही लोक राहतात. हाऊ दे आर सर्व्हायव्हिंग ओव्हर दॅर. दे आर नॉट गेटिंग देअर बेसिक नीड्स. आणि ह्याचाच एक इम्पॅक्ट नंतर मग कशामध्ये होतो तर चोरी, लूटमार करणे. बिकॉज दीज पीपल आर नॉट गेटिंग द इक्वल राईट टू डेव्हलप देमसेल्फ बिकॉज ऑफ नॉट गेटिंग प्रॉपर एज्युकेशन. आज शिक्षण हे सगळं म्हणजे फक्त श्रीमंत लोकांनाच हे मिळावं का तर नाही. इट इज अ राईट टू द पुअर पीपल ऑल्सो, द पर्सन हू इज बिलो द पॉवर्टी लाईन. So that children also get the right to education and they also be a part of this economical development and they should get benefited out of it. So त्यांचं जे लिव्हिंग स्टँडर्ड आहे, त्यांचं इन्कम आहे, इट शुड गेट रेस्ड with, and then only we can say that the democracy is successful in India. Still we are on the developing stage only. आपण आता म्हणू शकतो का की नो वी हॅव अचीव्ड एव्हरीथिंग? आपण रस्त्याच्या बाहेर पडलो घराच्या आपल्या की आपल्याला दिसतं की किती डिफरन्स आहे. ओके, सो वी नीड टू focus on the development of every person in India, and not only the rich people and the middle class people, but these people who are below the middle class, below the poverty line. They are, we have a brotherhood with them, and we are all the citizens of India, and so equal opportunity should be given to everyone. There are different challenges before the Indian democracy. Since the independence, you all know that India has been functioning as a responsible democracy. It has successfully adapted to the challenging situation. There have been free and a fair periodical election. You all know that for all the political offices, from the panchayat to the president. Now there has been a smooth transfer of the political power from one political party or the set of political parties to the other, both at the national and the state level on many occasions. So तुम्ही जस्ट आता 18 पूर्ण असाल, तो माइट बी यू आर नॉट गिव्हन वोट आतापर्यंत देण्याची वेळ तुमच्यावर आली नसेल, कारण मागच्या इलेक्शनला तुम्ही बिलो 18 असाल. बट आफ्टर एक आता 2-3 वर्षांमध्ये परत जेव्हा इलेक्शन्स येतील, शुअरली यू आर गोइंग टू वोट. तुम्ही तुमच्या पॅरेंट्सना वोटिंगला जाताना बघितलं असेल. आधी मतदान हा शब्द आपण वापरायचो, अजूनही वापरतो, पण मतदान हे खरं तर दान नाहीये, हा आपला राईट आहे आणि हे आपली रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी आहे. सो टू वोट इज अवर रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. Many times, during the 90s decade and before that, it seems that people have a apathy towards the voting. They are not interested to vote. Many people, educated people. Now, why this apathy comes? There are so many reasons apathy towards the election and voting, but we should not show this kind of signs. Whatever you are giving the vote to the person, that person is going to represent your area. So you should be very careful to whom you are voting. You should see what is his education, what works he has done, what what is the personality of that person, whether he can represent my area, whether he can represent my questions, my problem in the house of people. So that we should see. And if you feel yes, this is the right person, then only you should vote to that person. So these are the challenges that people are showing apathy towards the election. But in the this decade, it is little bit it is reducing, and people are they have a more interest in giving the vote, and they recognize that yes, if we select the right candidate, we will get a good government. Next one is the legislative and the executive and the judicial organ have been functioning properly. The parliament and the state legislature control the executive effectively through the means like the question hours and etc. So legislatures, executive, judicial organs, judiciary, different courts in India, they play a vital role in strengthening the democracy. If they somewhere weak, the democracy is going to weak. So, question hours are there in the house of people. How many students are listening this? I don't know. But many a times on the news channel, live telecast is there of the house of people or Vidhan Sabha. So at that time, surely you should go through with that question hours, and you should listen that how these representatives are, expressing your problems in the house of people. Now, the media, including the print media, electronic media, they have a full autonomy and play a key role in formulating and influencing the public opinion. सो कुठेही काही प्रॉब्लेम असेल तर तुम्हाला माहिती आहे अगदी तालुका लेवल पंचायत लेवल रिपोर्टर्स आर देअर अँड दॅट रिपोर्टर्स रिप्रेझेंटिंग द प्रॉब्लेम्स ऑफ दॅट सोसायटी. Yesterday also I have seen on the news channel that that channel is now working for the childrens who lost their father and mother in the COVID situation. And they are very, small, 1.5 year, 4 year, very small children are there. So how they are going to survive? So they are raising the questions on the media for that, children who lost their father and mother both because of the COVID. So this is a kind of touchy moments for us, that we also feel yes, we should do something for the children, their education, other expenses are also there. So government is also planning to help this kind of children. So media play a very vital role for expressing the problems of the society. Okay, so this is, media, as already we have discussed that how much it is important. Now, India is very large country. All you know that we have a diversity and we have a different languages, different culture, religion, right from Kashmir to the Kanyakumari, from Bengal to the Gujarat. Lots of variety is there. अगदी एखादा आपण होळीमध्ये कसं वेगवेगळे रंग आपण बघतो तसे रंग भारतामध्ये आहेत. वी आर नॉट लाईक म्हणजे आपल्यामध्ये डायव्हर्सिटी आहे बट इट इज अ व्हेरी ब्युटिफुल डायव्हर्सिटी ऑल वी हॅव. जो वेगळेपणा आहे तो खूप वैशिष्ट्यपूर्ण आहे आणि खूप इंटरेस्टिंग आहे. इन द लँग्वेजेस, इन द वे वी वेअर द ड्रेसेस, the food we eat, the culture, the custom. So many different things are there in India. But at the same time, after the independence, it was economically, still we are in the underdeveloped. I will not say it is underdeveloped. We are in a developing kind of stage. But still, this diversity makes us more powerful. कुठल्याही देशामध्ये इतकी विविधता तुम्हाला कुठेच बघायला मिळणार नाही. म्हणजे खाण्यापाण्यामध्ये पिण्यामध्ये इतके वेगवेगळे पदार्थ किंवा खाण्याच्या वेगवेगळ्या पद्धती. सो diversity is really one of the important feature of India. Now, if we talk about the enormous, though we have enormous religious disparities, widespread poverty, we have illiteracy is there, unemployment is also there, and shortage of the almost all the public welfare means is also there. But still, India is coping with all this situation. Day by day, we are becoming. आता काही वर्षांमध्ये इंडिया विल बिकम म्हणजे फास्टेस्ट डेव्हलपिंग कंट्रीज जर कोणती असेल जगामध्ये तर ती इंडिया आहे. आपला भारत देश आहे. इंडिया इज हॅव्हिंग द यंगेस्ट पॉप्युलेशन इन द वर्ल्ड इज इन इंडिया. भारतामध्ये जगातलं सगळ्यात यंग पॉप्युलेशन कुठे असेल तर ते इंडियामध्ये आहे. बिकॉज तुम्ही जे आता तरुण मुलं मुली आहात तर हे पॉप्युलेशन एवढं जास्त प्रमाणामध्ये कुठल्याही देशामध्ये नाही आहे. सो इट इज अ कॅपिटल फॉर आवर नेशन. तुमच्यासारखे तरुण मुलं मुली भारतामध्ये आहेत हे आपलं एक प्रकारचं कॅपिटल आहे. ते आपली एक असेट आहे. बिकॉज यंग पर्सन विल मेक अ चेंजेस अ लॉट. Okay, so that is one of the features. So in spite of having these problems of unemployment, illiteracy, poverty, as a unity we can all remove this. Yet there are the various challenges that the country faces in terms of the fulfillment of the expectation of various sections of the society. The challenges come both from prevailing the democratic and the international conditions as well as the lack of adequate, prerequisites for the smooth functioning of the democracy. So few are discussed over here that politically, if we talk about we political, democracy, if we talk about, we all have a right for the fair election. It takes place in India after every 5 years. We have a right to choose the government in which all the citizens have the equal participation in the government decisions. Now, elimination of the tiny and the majority, equality in the law, and also provide the equal opportunity to the public offices. So, equality is in the political era is the very one of the important features of the Indian democracy. Social democracy is also there. It is a system of the democracy in which state manage secure its citizen right so as to eliminate any type of discrimination on glaring the inequalities, provide its citizens equal justice, equal representation of all the communities in the public institution, and secure the right of the weaker section to the welfare work. So this is called about the social democracy. Earlier it was the economical democracy, political democracy. So in the political democracy, we all get the equal right to represent politically. We have a right to vote. In the social democracy, we are, as a society, we are all are on the equal footage. If any weaker section is there, they get a right to represent themselves equally with others. So this is about the social democracy. Next one is related. We have already discussed this point, but just a quick revision is there. Economic democracy, what it means that with the economic democracy, we have a right to have a trade, business, job anywhere in the India. So काश्मीरमध्ये तुम्हाला वाटलं की तुम्ही जॉब करू शकता तर येस तुम्हाला बिझनेस सुरू करायचा आहे तुम्ही करू शकता. सो राईट फ्रॉम काश्मीर टू कन्याकुमारी or any state in India, you have a right to trade. You have a right to do the business. You have a right to do any kind of job or any kind of agency or whatever it may be. So economically, you can have any economic activity inside the jurisdiction of India anywhere in any state. But we should abide by law and regulation. So, to ensure the sustainable democracy, coordination between the social, economic, and political democracy is very, very important. So, there should be the economic democracy. I think you much understand the concept of the economic democracy, political democracy, and as well as the the social democracy. So, these three aspects are very important for the success of the democracy. Okay. So, girls, do you have any queries regarding this session of today's? You can ask me the questions. Girls, am I audible to everyone?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Do you have any queries regarding with the what is the social democracy, what is the political democracy, or whatever a question will be there? So, if you have any query, please you're free to ask me. Girls, is it there? Please unmute yourself. Is there any problem? Is there any question?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Kiran ma'am, I think there is no queries from the students.
नाही, मी जॉईन झालो तसं तर तुम्ही खूप चांगल्या पद्धतीनं मांडणी केलेली आहे. त्यामुळे मुलींना कुठे शंका असेल असं मला वाटत नाही.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
आणि थँक्यू.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much. Girls, have you mentioned your name in the attendance list? Chat box
Yes,
मध्ये
ma'am.